For fun tips and cool information, tune in to HealingTalks.com. This is Viktoras Kulvinskas, co-founder of the Hippocrates Health Institute. We are right there at this moment. The world-famous institute, probably the number one most science-based and effective healing center I know of on the planet.
This is quite correct. I've looked into all kind of other alternative modalities, and many of them claiming to be much more professionally staffed. I think we have some of the top people in the country in the electromagnetic IV nutrient support, as well as the live food systems. The enzymatic nutrition is prima as far as rejuvenation. We have cornered ourselves around the major components of UThink, which is realkalize, re-enzymize, reoxygenate your system, remineralize, and also turn your thoughts from negativity into abundance and optimal potential and self-realization. What I'm trying to do is create independence. Just like with Ann Wigmore, we created the be your own doctor concept, namely self-reliance, so that you minimize the need for other than what you can do yourself. And we have created a very fantastic indoor gardening and food growing and food preparation relying singularly on seeds, thus making you very independent and having the freshest and the most alivest, highest enzymatic foods available by way of germination and fermentation. Now, in the field of supplements, I've been working greatly also. What are the best supplements? Well, on top of the list comes right off is blue-green algae, and that's a very important component. And then comes what you find by way of fermented probiotics. It's the only thing that affects from the dietary arena in terms of wellness, quality of life, longevity, as well as low incidence of degenerative diseases. If you study primitive cultures, you'll see it's all those that consume some form of fermented foods in a form of probiotics. Enzymes, enzymes, they can be grown at home. That's the beauty of it, and really? I've been pioneering the work of maximizing the enzymatic productions of my probiotic cultures. And
how do you do that? How do you grow your own enzymes?
Well, primarily it's fermentation of combining the right food to feed your microbial cultures, and that will determine the kind of enzymes that you're going to have in your meeting. But by maximizing the nutrient profile of what you're feeding the bacteria, by having high protein, high carbohydrate, and high fat content, what you do is create an aggressive spill out on the part of microbes of amylase, protease, and lipase, so that when you make sauerkraut, it just keeps on multiplying, but very little enzyme production is engaged, because in terms of other than cellulase, because cabbage has hardly any protein, hardly any starch, hardly any fat, so you have very low. But now start introducing seeds into that mixture, or you can use seeds alone. Proper combination of seeds leaves outrageous support, so you can drink them as cocktails with your meals, supporting the digestion of your cooked food. And at the same time, if you're doing all raw foods, it'll support enhancing, rebuilding your enzymatic levels to that of infancy. And that's when you have had your maximum concentration of enzymes. And by the time you hit 60, you lost 80% of your enzymes. That's just in comparison to adolescent age. Never mind, by the time you're 70, you've got 1,000th of the enzyme content of infant.
Wow.
So you have extremely low enzymatic, and that's what determines the whole management of your enzymes within the body environment. Enzymes are involved in digestion, immune function, and metabolism. They rule the nutritional pool. They determine the outcome of anything that happens to your body. But above all, they're the blue-collar workers. They manage and orchestrate how the body takes and what it does with the raw materials that are ingested, whether it's cooked food or raw foods, but it has to be processed by enzymatic activities, whether it's through germination and fermentation, and then digestive enzymes of your body and supplements that you've taken. But that determines, first of all, whether you're going to be storing a bunch of fat all over your body, or you're going to be storing starch all over your body, whether you're going to be storing proteins all over your body and getting cancer and cardiovascular diseases. All of it is interrelated. I cover all these things in my book, Survival in the 21st Century.
I see. Blue-collar workers, as you call them,
Yeah.
have to be well fed themselves.
Basically, no. They are not. They are not involved in feeding. They're involved in processing whatever is there. They don't eat or consume.
Oh,
They're
they don't?
basically. It's the microbe cultures that are along your gastrointestinal tract that need to be fed well. And if they're fed well, then they will produce lots of enzymes. They will
I
produce
see.
all the B complexes, including B12, vitamin K, and they'll create a hostile environment in your gastrointestinal tract against pathogenic microbes. So you will not have pandemics running through your body, but
see.
everyone else will be dropping dead. So
see.
avian flu or swine flu will not touch you if you're consuming fermented foods. The more enzymes you consume, the younger you'll become. You'll be able to tolerate more stress. You'll have more energy. You'll look much younger. Your hair will grow back. You know, I'm in my mid-70s and I still have a thick lock of hair. And I danced last night about 2 hours nonstop to rock and roll, not to waltzes, to rock and roll. Before that, 3 hours ago, I lifted weights for an hour, and I had done in the morning a routine of calisthenics. That's a lot for even a young person to pull it off. And how do you do it? It's alkalizing, re-enzymizing, reoxygenating your system through green foods, through enzymatically rich sprouts, and also connecting to the divine source by way of meditation and prayer. Silence your mind and stop listening to and watching those silly channels that all of us get so depressed with.